Within this series, what we delve into is Villanelle's past and what family actually means to her. Deep down, she is so desperate for that connection that everyone else seems to have. You know, she sees Eve with Nico and Constantine with his daughter. And I think she's just craving some sense of belonging.
The challenge with the character of Villanelle is she's a psychopath, but dramatically, we need the character to grow. And really the turning point for her is when she goes back to see her family. There's something in her that needs to right that wrong somehow and find out really what happened.
Villanelle does get affected by the goings-on in season 3. She's affected by her mother and her family. We see her evolve. In some ways, you don't expect a psychopath to evolve. And one of the things I think that we know is there are bits missing from a psychopath's makeup, that they don't have as much empathy as most people do.
I think that's actually what people have enjoyed about her, is that they do find sometimes humanity in her. What I think is interesting is after she does meet her family, how that then affects her going forward. You definitely do see a different side to her this series.
The Eve-Carolyn relationship, the Eve-Villanelle relationship, the Eve-Nico relationship have really deepened and evolved, you know, and that's what can grow because you have the continuity in the relationship with your fellow actor.
You know, I think in Britain we find a lot of very dark things quite funny, and under stress we tend to make a joke out of it. And she's got a sort of similarly cruel sense of humour.
Villanelle is obviously a psychopath, but she carries out her assassinations with such a wit and panache that it just makes her a very lovable character. And the humour tends to come from the situations and from her refreshingly frank, simple attitude to what she's doing.
It's something we all wish we had, that we could just walk into a room or walk into a space and act and do what we most desired without worrying what anyone else thought of us. But I think it's also important that she's rooted in an emotional truth. And that's also to do with Jodie and just her ability to really track that spectrum within her performance. It's what makes her so good in that part.
Jodie is a phenomenal actor. She has the ability to turn her emotions, so just in the flicker of an eye, she's being kind of aggressive and then she's being funny and vulnerable. That really is the tone of the show, I think, Killing Eve. It's kind of juxtaposition of violence with comedy.
I don't want to give all my secrets away, but a lot of myself is in her in regards to the comedy and the sense of humour, probably a little too much, actually. I think that's what makes her, at least I hope, fun to watch.